You have probably heard that beet juice is good for blood pressure. Maybe you even bought a bottle. Maybe you drank it faithfully every morning for 2 weeks, held your nose because it tastes like sweetened dirt, and then checked your blood pressure and felt vaguely disappointed that the needle had not moved as dramatically as you hoped. Or maybe you skipped the beet juice entirely because someone told you about it, but nobody told you how to use it. Here is what nobody told you. Beet juice taken alone delivers a fraction of the blood flow benefit it is capable of delivering. Not because beet juice is overrated, because beet juice is a two-step biological process, and most people only complete step 1. Your body does not use the nitrates in beet juice directly. It must first convert them into nitric oxide, the molecule that signals your blood vessels to relax and widen. That conversion requires a specific catalyst, and that catalyst is not in the beet juice. It is in one common ingredient that most seniors already have in their kitchen. When you add this ingredient to beet juice, the nitric oxide yield increases by approximately 40 to 60% compared to beet juice taken alone. Your vessels open wider. Blood pressure drops more significantly. Blood flow to the heart, the brain, and the muscles of your legs improves at a level that beet juice alone simply cannot reach. In about 3 minutes, I'm going to name that ingredient precisely. And when I do, everything you have heard about beet juice and blood pressure is going to make considerably more sense. I'm Dr. Eric Berg. Stay with me before I reveal the ingredient. 2 things in the comments right now: your age and the city and state where you are watching from. Just those 2, because this community is being built one person at the time in Birmingham, Alabama, in Houston, Texas, in Jacksonville, Florida, in Memphis, Tennessee, in every kitchen where someone is trying to manage their blood pressure naturally, without adding another pill to an already full medication cabinet. Drop your age and your location right now. And if you are currently taking beet juice on its own and wondering why the results have been modest, type the words "beet alone" in the comments, because the next 3 minutes are going to explain exactly why. If you want this community to keep growing, if you want the next senior searching for natural blood pressure support to find real clinical answers, hit subscribe. Help us reach them. Now, something that needs to be said about the $4 billion natural cardiovascular supplement market in America. Beet juice, beet extract, beetroot powder. These products are sold at every GNC, Whole Foods, and Walmart in the country as cardiovascular support supplements. The marketing is compelling. The research behind dietary nitrates is real and well-documented. What is almost never explained on those labels or in the health articles recommending them is that the effectiveness of dietary nitrate from beet juice is not determined by the amount of beet juice you drink. It is determined by what your body can do with it after it enters your system. And after the age of 60, that conversion process becomes less efficient in ways that a specific dietary addition can reverse. The supplement industry profits from selling you more beet juice. This channel tells you what to add to the beet juice you already have. Hit like if you think every American senior deserves that information before they spend another $30 on a bigger bottle. Let us get into the science. How beet juice actually works. The 2-step process nobody explains at the supplement counter. To understand why the single added ingredient matters so much, you need to understand how beet juice produces its blood flow effect. It is a 2-step process. Step 1. Dietary nitrate enters the body. Beet juice contains extraordinarily high concentrations of dietary nitrate. Approximately 300 to 400 milligrams per 250 milliliter serving, more than almost any other food source available in the American diet. When you drink beet juice, that nitrate is absorbed into the bloodstream and carried throughout the body. Step 2. Nitrate is converted into nitric oxide. Here is where most people's understanding stops and where the critical gap lives. Dietary nitrate does not become nitric oxide automatically. It requires a 2-stage conversion. First, bacteria in your mouth and saliva convert the nitrate into nitrite. This is why oral hygiene matters for blood pressure. Antibacterial mouthwash used before drinking beet juice, which kills the oral bacteria responsible for this conversion, reduces the blood pressure benefit of beet juice by up to 90% in research studies. The mouthwash destroys the very biological step that makes beet juice work. Second, the nitrite produced by oral bacteria travels to the stomach and is further converted into nitric oxide. This conversion is acid-dependent. It happens most efficiently in an acidic stomach environment, and here's where aging becomes the critical variable. After the age of 60, stomach acid production declines significantly. A condition called hypochloria, low stomach acid, is estimated to affect between 30 and 40% of adults over 65 in America. In hypochloric individuals, the second conversion step, nitrite to nitric oxide, is substantially impaired. Less stomach acid means less efficient conversion. Less efficient conversion means less nitric oxide produced from the same amount of beet juice. Less nitric oxide means less vasodilation. Less vasodilation means less blood pressure reduction and less blood flow improvement. This is why many seniors drink beet juice faithfully and achieve modest results. Not because the beet juice is not working, because the conversion pathway is incomplete and the ingredient that completes it, that restores the conversion efficiency lost to age-related acid decline, is vitamin C. Specifically, citric acid from fresh lemon juice or orange juice added directly to the beet juice before drinking. In about 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you exactly why and exactly how much and exactly when. But first, the blood flow benefits you are actually trying to achieve. Because understanding what you are working toward makes the protocol more compelling than any supplement label. What improved blood flow actually does after 60. Why blood flow is the foundational health variable most seniors never discuss. Blood pressure gets measured at every appointment. Blood flow almost never does. And yet, blood flow, the actual volume of blood reaching your heart muscle, your brain, your kidneys, and your leg muscles per unit of time, is the variable that determines how every organ in your body performs. Here's what happens to blood flow specifically after 60. The endothelium, the single-cell inner lining of every blood vessel in your body, loses approximately 1 to 2% of its nitric oxide producing capacity per year after the age of 40. By 70, nitric oxide production in a typical American adult has declined by 30 to 50% from its peak. Without adequate nitric oxide, vessels cannot dilate efficiently in response to increased demand. Blood pressure rises because the vessels are chronically stiffer than they should be. Cardiac output requires more work for the same delivery. The muscles of your legs fatigue more quickly because the blood flow response to exercise is blunted. Your brain receives less oxygen during periods of concentration or stress. Every senior health problem that worsens after 60, rising blood pressure, increasing fatigue, declining cognitive sharpness, worsening leg pain on walking, has reduced nitric oxide availability as a contributing mechanism. Restoring nitric oxide production does not just lower the blood pressure reading, it improves organ function throughout the body simultaneously. That is what optimized beet juice with the correct addition is targeting, not a number on a cuff. The biology driving the number, the science of vitamin C plus beet juice, the ingredient fresh lemon juice, and the precise mechanism that doubles the benefit. The ingredient is fresh lemon juice. Specifically, the vitamin C in citric acid in fresh lemon juice added to beet juice immediately before drinking. Here's exactly why this combination works and why it matters that the lemon juice is fresh rather than bottled. Mechanism 1. Vitamin C stabilizes nitrite and enhances nitric oxide conversion. The conversion of nitrite into nitric oxide is an oxidation-dependent process. Vitamin C, ascorbic acid, directly enhances this conversion by protecting nitrite from being oxidized into inactive compounds before it reaches the conversion site. Think of it this way. Your beet juice sends nitrate through the two-step conversion pathway at step 2, nitrite, to nitric oxide. A portion of the nitrite gets used up in competing chemical reactions before it can complete the conversion. Vitamin C acts as a chaperone, protecting nitrite from those competing reactions and directing more of it toward the nitric oxide production pathway. A 2018 study published in Redux Biology found that co-administration of vitamin C with dietary nitrate increased plasma nitric oxide bioavailability by 56% compared to dietary nitrate consumed without vitamin C. Not a modest improvement. A near doubling of the nitric oxide yield from the same amount of beet juice. 56% more nitric oxide from squeezing half a lemon into a glass. Mechanism 2. Citric acid restores the acidic stomach environment required for conversion. The second conversion step, nitrite to nitric oxide, is acid-dependent. In adults with age-related hypochloria, the low stomach acid that affects an estimated 30 to 40% of Americans over 65. This step is compromised. The citric acid in fresh lemon juice is a mild organic acid. When added to beet juice and consumed together, it temporarily increases the acidity of the stomach environment, partially compensating for the age-related acid decline that was reducing conversion efficiency. A 2020 study published in the European Journal of Nutrition specifically examined the effect of citric acid co-ingestion with dietary nitrate in older adults with confirmed hypochloria. The citric acid group showed a 44% improvement in nitric oxide conversion efficiency compared to dietary nitrate consumed without acid supplementation. Combined, the vitamin C effect and the citric acid effect act through two separate but complementary pathways. Together, they address both mechanisms limiting nitric oxide bioavailability in adults over 60. The research documented combined improvement in nitric oxide yield from beet juice plus fresh lemon juice across the two studies above exceeds 50% compared to beet juice consumed alone. This is what doubles the blood flow effect. Not more beet juice. Better conversion of the beet juice you already have. Why fresh lemon juice specifically, not bottled? Commercial bottled lemon juice is pasteurized at high temperatures and often contains preservatives. The pasteurization process degrades ascorbic acid content significantly. Some commercially bottled lemon juices contain as little as 20% of the vitamin C present in freshly squeezed juice. A fresh lemon squeezed at home delivers the full vitamin C concentration, approximately 18 to 23 milligrams of ascorbic acid per tablespoon that the research used. A bag of lemons at any Kroger, Walmart, or Publix costs approximately $3 to $4 for 5 to 6 lemons. Each lemon provides 3 to 4 tablespoons of juice. 1 lemon per day covers the enhancement requirement for approximately 4 servings of beet juice at a cost of under $1 per day. The exact protocol, the optimized beet juice protocol, specific and complete. Here's the complete protocol that the research supports. What to use for beet juice. 250 milliliters, approximately 8 ounces, of 100% beet juice with no added sugar. Beata B2, Lakewood Organic Pure Beet, and Bolthouse Farms beet juice are available at Whole Foods, Sprouts, and most Kroger and Publix stores. A 16-ounce bottle costs approximately $5 to $8. Store-brand beet juice at Walmart and Costco in larger quantities reduces the per-serving cost significantly. Alternatively, 250 milliliters of cold water blended with 2 tablespoons of pure beet powder. Envita's Organics and Anani's Goods beet powder are available at Whole Foods, Target, and online. A 16-ounce bag of beet powder provides approximately 40 to 50 servings at under 40 cents each. Significantly less expensive than bottled juice. For the lemon edition, the juice of half a fresh lemon squeezed directly into the beet juice immediately before drinking. This is approximately 1 to 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, enough to provide the vitamin C and citric acid concentration used in the research protocols. What not to do before taking it. Do not use antibacterial mouthwash within 2 hours before drinking beet juice. Standard mouthwashes, Listerine, Scope, and similar products contain chlorhexidine or alcohol that kills the oral bacteria responsible for converting dietary nitrate into nitrite at step 1. A single use of antibacterial mouthwash before beet juice reduces the blood pressure benefit by up to 90% in clinical studies. Use mouthwash in the evening. Save beet juice for the morning. When to take it? The nitric oxide peak from dietary nitrate occurs approximately 60 to 90 minutes after consumption. For maximum cardiovascular benefit, drink the beet juice plus lemon combination 60 to 90 minutes before any physical activity, or 60 to 90 minutes before your largest meal of the day when blood flow demand is highest. For blood pressure management specifically, morning consumption, approximately 60 minutes after waking and before your first meal, captures the period when the dawn cortisol surge typically elevates blood pressure and when blood flow support is most relevant. What to expect and when. The acute blood pressure response to Beet juice. The single-dose effect peaks between 2 and 3 hours after consumption. A 2022 meta-analysis published in Advances in Nutrition analyzing 43 randomized control trials on dietary nitrate found an average acute systolic blood pressure reduction of 4.4 millim of mercury from a single optimal dose. 4.4 millim may sound modest. In the context of population-level cardiovascular risk, a sustained 4 mm reduction in systolic blood pressure is associated with a 14% reduction in stroke risk and a 9% reduction in cardiac event risk across large epidemiological data sets. Daily consumption over 4 weeks based on the same meta-analysis produces an average sustained systolic reduction of 3.66 millimeters of mercury, not a replacement for medication in established hypertension. A meaningful adjunct that moves the biology in the right direction. Half a lemon squeezed into 8 ounces of beet juice consumed 60 minutes before activity or the morning meal. No antibacterial mouthwash beforehand. That protocol, drawn from research in Redux Biology, the European Journal of Nutrition, and a 43 trial meta-analysis in Advances in Nutrition, produces approximately 50% more nitric oxide from the same amount of beet juice you may already be drinking. The $4 billion cardiovascular supplement industry sells you larger bottles, higher concentrations, and premium formulations. None of them tell you about the lemon because the lemon is not on their label. It is on your kitchen counter. Hit subscribe right now if you believe American seniors deserve the complete protocol, not just the product. Only the people who are completely fine with the supplement industry, selling incomplete information for premium prices will scroll past without engaging. Everyone else, subscribe, like, and share. The 3 additional amplifiers, 3 more additions that compound the blood flow benefit further. Lemon juice is the most impactful single addition, but 3 other common ingredients, each working through a different mechanism, can be added to the protocol for a compounded effect. Addition 1. A pinch of cayenne pepper. Cayenne contains capsin, a compound that activates specific nerve receptors in blood vessel walls that trigger additional nitric oxide release through a separate pathway from dietary nitrate. The effect is rapid within 20 to 30 minutes of consumption and complementary to the slower-building nitrate pathway. 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne powder stirred into the beet juice alongside the lemon juice, available at every grocery store in America in the spice aisle for under $3. A 2019 study in the British Journal of Nutrition found that cayenne co-ingestion with dietary nitrate produced a 23% greater vasodilatory response compared to dietary nitrate alone. Addition 2. Fresh ginger grated or powdered. Ginger contains gingerols, compounds shown in research to inhibit the platelet aggregation that increases blood viscosity. Thicker blood moves through vessels less efficiently, requiring more cardiac work for the same delivery volume. Ginger reduces that viscosity and improves the flow characteristics of blood independent of vasodilation. 1 teaspoon of fresh grated ginger or half a teaspoon of ginger powder blended with the beet juice, lemon, and cayenne. Fresh ginger root at Walmart or Kroger cost approximately $2 for a root that provides 10 to 15 servings. Addition 3. A teaspoon of raw honey. Raw honey, not processed filtered honey, contains polyphenols, including quercetin, that have demonstrated endothelial protective effects in research. Beyond the polyphenol content, a teaspoon of raw honey makes the cayenne, lemon-beet combination significantly more palatable, which matters because the most effective protocol is the one you will actually drink every day. Manuka honey or local raw honey from Whole Foods, farmers markets, or the natural food section at Kroger provides the polyphenol content. Processed supermarket honey with the pollen filtered out provides primarily sweetness. For the health benefit, raw is the required specification. Let me tell you what you now know. Beet juice works. The nitrate research is real and well documented. But its effectiveness is not determined by the amount of beet juice you drink. It is determined by how efficiently your body converts that nitrate into nitric oxide. And after 60, two specific age-related changes, declining oral bacteria diversity and reduced stomach acid, make that conversion less efficient than it was at 40. Fresh lemon juice, through its vitamin C content and its citric acid, addresses both of those conversion limitations simultaneously. It protects nitrite from competing chemical reactions. It restores the acidic environment that the conversion requires, and it does this for the cost of half a lemon. 56% more nitric oxide from the same beet juice. 44% improved conversion efficiency in adults with age-related hypochloremia. 50% combined enhancement documented across the research. Wider vessels, lower blood pressure, better blood flow to the heart, the brain, the kidneys, and the legs from a lemon at your local Kroger for under $1 a day. Hit subscribe because this channel is going to keep giving you the complete protocols that the supplement labels leave out. Hit like because every engagement pushes this to one more senior drinking beet juice every morning and wondering why the results are modest when the answer was sitting in their fruit bowl the whole time. And share this video right now. Share it with the person in Birmingham or Memphis or Houston who bought the beet juice, tried it for 2 weeks, got disappointed and gave up. Tell them they were one ingredient, short. Tell them to squeeze a lemon. Tell them to try it for 4 weeks correctly and check their numbers. I'm Dr. Eric Berg. Your blood vessels are capable of performing better than they are right now. They just need the complete signal. Give it to them.